Side of the Storm is brought to you by Revelton Distilling Company. You can visit them in Osceola, Iowa, or on the web at www.reveltondistillery.com.
Oh, well, not quite the storybook ending, huh? Not for us, anyway. But you men played like champions. You never gave up. And champions hold their heads high. What you achieved goes way beyond the win-loss column or what's going to be written on the front page of the sports section tomorrow. You've achieved something that some people spend their whole lives trying to find. What you achieved is that ever-elusive victory within. And gentlemen, I am so proud of you. 4 months ago, when I took the job at Richmond, I had a plan. That plan failed. I came to coach basketball players, and you became students. I came to teach boys, and you became men. For that, I thank you. If someone walked in this door right now and offered me the coaching job at any school in the state of California, you know which team I'd choose?
St. Francis.
I'm just saying, man. Can you?
Richmond.
Rich what?
Rich what?
Richmond.
Rich what? Rich what? Richmond. Where we from? Richmond.
What city I love?
Richmond. What we love? Richmond. Rich what?
All right, so cut it. That's what I'm talking about. It wasn't quite the ending we hoped for this season. That's why I wanted to play that. Brent, what you laughing at?
Oh man, it's just totally off topic. That that song at the end, that was at the end of every black movie ever from the 90s to the early 2000s.
Hold on, it's the movie Life.
Yeah,
that song at the end of everything too. It was like 5 songs.
Oh man.
Oh,
Yeah,
welcome. Hey, this is your boy George, lover not a fighter. Trice. I just made that up.
Wow, well, of course you did.
Yeah. Self-proclaimed.
All right.
Self-proclaimed. I'm here with Big Play, Curvey, and Marcus, the big body, Ben Pfizer, Senior.
Big body Benz.
It's been a minute. Y'all replaced me with Shipley a couple weeks ago.
Hey, well, you were out of the country,
I mean, what can we do? You didn't want to broadcast what you told us, saying.
I mean, I'm glad y'all kept it going. I mean, I watched it. It was pretty good. I don't watch it when I'm on there myself. I don't like seeing myself talk and speak. So I have never watched one of our episodes or even listened to one of our pods fully through. Honestly, I'll tell you the truth. But we back. We back. We trying to figure out what y'all want to hear for the next summer, the off season. We're gonna try to bring some guests in, some people that's gonna give some highlights and everything like that. But we started off with that clip because it wasn't what we thought. It didn't end up what we thought. But honestly, March Madness, it didn't end up as nobody thought. Like this year was crazy. Like just watching these games and seeing who in the Final Four, and like it was nuts. The men's and women's was nuts. And I mean, I've enjoyed this March Madness this year.
Well, I haven't. I mean, shit. I'm not gonna even lie. I haven't. I've missed quite a few games, intentionally. I've caught a few. But no, I didn't. I definitely didn't expect, to be going home so soon. So that really
Yeah,
ruffled my feathers a little bit.
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
across the
Both
board,
both
man.
teams,
yeah,
men
Yeah,
and women,
yeah.
men
yeah,
and women, both. So
yeah. I mean, I had that inkling. I didn't, with the men, it's one of those we either gonna get hot or we not. So I kind of felt that with the last, I guess the last game antics and right before we lost Grill, and that takes an emotional toll on the team too. So
right.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to expect, but the women, I just felt like we had a whole lot more left in the tank, but
Yeah, we
it,
did. We did.
we cut a lot, we were cut short all across the board, man.
Yeah, it just wasn't. It wasn't our season. I mean, um, I hate March Madness because they always bring up Hampton. Hampton is the first thing that they always put on. With number two getting beat, and so I knew when they played that, and I saw the thing, I'm like, shit, I don't want to see this. I don't want to be reminded of that. But there was a lot of upsets, and this tournament has just been it's been ridiculous. Yeah, I didn't want to get out that short. I mean, I wanted to go to some games. I wanted to get out to one of the games that they would have made it to the next level. But yeah, you're right, Danny. You can't win shooting 27%. You know,
Right.
Yeah,
but I mean, you gotta take out that anomaly of North Carolina and Grill hitting all them shots. You take out that anomaly, and then we are who we thought we were. It just slacked after that. After that game, after all that was under that win underneath our sails, and then it kind of just got blown out. So yeah, but 27% ain't gonna do it. So
Yeah, it had to be a lot of things that were awry that was going on during the season. Obviously we're not in the locker room to know or to figure it out, but it's just we played too well too many times against some great ball clubs. I mean, we just totally demolished Baylor all year, and they look good all year. And then we play against West Virginia at home and lose to them. So it's like where are we at? It's just that thing that I felt like we could never reel in. I saw at least past the round of 64. We're gonna have some struggles in the round of 32 and have a tough outing in the Sweet 16. But man, to lose that first game and the way we lost the game and how the game was played, that was tough.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, we look at this year, and with a whole bunch of transfers to do what we did with a whole bunch of transfers too, learning a new system, coming in, Grill getting reacquainted with the system, losing Grill. I mean, it was just a lot of ups and downs. Getting King back, late in the season. Like there's a couple things that kind of derailed us this year. Hopefully we can correct that next year. Hopefully TJ got some things in his pocket, learn some things from this year. So shouts out to the men's and women's on that front. But we salute y'all for that. And we always behind you, Cyclones forever, Cyclone Nation. So keep y'all heads up, keep doing what you're doing. But you talk about some of these things. Ship roll that beautiful beam footage on that first picture. So Jones, regional finalist for the WBCA All-American team. So we got that accolade.
Shout out.
We representing there. So good luck to that. She was doing her thing. I mean, I watched the girls a little bit this year, and for her, the accomplishments our girls had, and we had a lot of players.
Mhm.
We had a lot of players, and so shouts out to Jones. Next shout out is show that next one. That's Soars. She's going into the draft this year. She was denied her 5th year eligibility, so she's going to enter the draft. She was hurt. That waiver was denied, but she gonna go ahead and do her thing. I think she from Brazil or something. I think she's from Brazil. Well, we had another Brazilian person. What was a volleyball player from Brazil? I can't think of her name. She's around our time, Marcus.
No, I think you're talking about Shayla. She's from Puerto Rico.
Shayla from Puerto Rico. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, Sheila Lopez.
Yeah, we get a share. Sheila. So I saw Sheila at Reggie's birthday party. Reggie's 40th birthday party in Chicago. We were out there for his party, and she came back in town. Back to the state. She's still out there, but we saw her out there. So it was good. It's good to see her. All right, that next picture. We got Kelcher. He gonna play that NABC Reese's College game. So,
okay, that's gay.
Go back. Oh yeah, you went to the wrong pictures. Hardship. Yeah, so he gonna play in that game, and that's gonna be on Friday at 3:30 in Houston. So it's a part of Reese's Final Four Friday. So it'll be broadcast on CBS Sports. So you get to see Kelcher play in that one. So shouts out to him, for making it there. And then the next picture that you had up there, Lipsy. Lipsy is the finalist for the Kyle Macy Award. And so freshman in Division I college football is named for a
basketball.
And our back office what is going on with our back office today? Shipley, what am I seeing on the screen? Or is it just my screen?
It's a terrible internet connection on my end. That's what it is.
Man, hold on. We got sponsors.
And also, you sent me this stuff like 5 minutes before.
I sent it to you 5 minutes before the original broadcast. Why are you calling me out here? Get back in the bed. Yeah. What are you doing here?
Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
Who does that? Joe Rogan will fire you.
Wouldn't be the first time I've been fired this year, my friend.
You made it personal, Ship. Hey, Ship got a job, y'all. Congratulations, Ship.
Shouts out to Ship.
That's our dude, man.
Bad news is that the office is like 2 doors down from Brent's place, so I'm sure I'll be eating there every morning.
I'm gonna be going to the gym while y'all eating them coaches. Y'all better.
Ain't bad for me.
Hey,
come on in.
Show your shirt. Show your shirt again.
Huh?
Show your shirt again. Self-care.
Mine or shit. Yeah, you see.
Yeah, yours. Self-care. But that's what's up. So shouts out to the Cyclones. Did he say? Shout out to the Cyclones that are doing some things after the season, and it's not gonna stop there. We look forward to what y'all gonna do next year. Whether it's in the league for Soars or for any of the guys that are on our team. So, shouts out and good luck to y'all on that next level. You got anything to say about them before I go to my next thing? I'm just going on.
Definitely, shout out to them for all the hard work and the adversity that they had to fight throughout, the entire season. The Big 12 for the men and the women is extremely tough. So definitely want to give them a shout out and let them know every day we're behind them and supporting them and looking for great things.
I appreciate it. And on another note, how you gonna diss the host with your name? Just call him George. I mean, hold on. They can call me lover, not a fighter. Why you? If they want to call me, hey, listeners.
Hey, this our first time hearing that name, so
I'm telling you, first one.
We're just gonna leave it as George Trash. We're just gonna leave it as that.
Oh, I like it. Okay. One of these days we go figure out a real nickname for me. I ain't letting y'all.
I still ain't got one, so you know what I mean.
Maybe I'll just drop mine. I'll drop mine and we'll be even. I'll drop mine and we'll be even.
Names. We just regular.
You know what I'm saying?
Marcus,
I'm still waiting on mine.
Just call him George Trice. That is phenomenal.
I don't even know why I do this. So on another shout out, we talking about Marcus. There's a comparison, not a comparison, but Omaha.
Mm-hmm.
Omaha was in the McDonald's All-American game,
right.
And he had 7 points. I saw Bronny. Bronny's undersized, but Bronny was like, what was he? 5 for 8 3-pointers. But he's undersized. He's undersized, so he's gonna have to do some things because his little brother bigger than him right now.
Yeah.
So, but Omaha had some things. but he's Iowa State's first McDonald's All-American, and he don't even go to Iowa State yet. But he is Iowa State's first All-American since you.
Right.
Yeah,
Which is totally. I mean, it's unbelievable. I was a McDonald's American in '97. I'm not gonna add up the years that's been,
Yeah,
but you
that's
know,
all right.
what we've
It's 26.
Chill out. Oh, damn. Wow. Anyways, what we've built this program into since then, you know, I definitely expected, you know, us to to have signed another McDonald All-American since me. But definitely proud that, you know, he was able to represent. Looking forward to him, you know, getting down there to Ames and, you know, starting the season and everything and going from there.
Yeah.
You know? Aren't we getting another one in the women's too?
We are. And I don't remember her name, but yeah, we are getting another one for the women's team as well.
Right.
You know, what I was happy about, you know, so his ratings, he's number 14 in the class and number 5 power forward based on 24/7 Sports. But what I was happy about when I saw his photo shoot and he had the Iowa State jersey on. And the reason why I was excited about that is because you know, a lot of, like, I don't know if it was Iowa lost three women to transfer. They lost 2. I don't know if that third one was announced today. I heard rumors that another one was going to be transferring out. But this NIL where people can go and get money or get more playing time.
Right.
You know, Omaha he has options, but he's still sticking with Iowa State. And that's true blue right there. I'm not going to compare him to like a Harrison Barnes who went to North Carolina and left us from Ames. You know, they built that facility for him. You know, but that's my guy. My homeboy Brandon is actually renting his childhood home up there in Ames, and his mom still stay up in Ames. But you know, I'm glad Omaha was wearing that jersey and, you know, still rocking with us right now because he has other options, and I'm glad he sees the value of staying close to home, staying at Iowa State, and what he can go there. So, you know, with that, you know, you Brent, you got to get him. Fighter, not a lover. Come on, man. What did y'all keep changing your name? You know, I'm trying to do a podcast here.
We're just trying to keep up, man. That's all. See, look, we're making shit up on the fly. So I might as well make some shit up too.
We just found a little lead on this thing. You know what I mean?
That's crazy. That's crazy. But anyway. Brent, you need to link him and Marcus up. Like next time you in town, you know, let him connect and everything like that. Because I think that'll be good for him to meet someone like you, especially being the first one. So,
oh yeah,
absolutely. I look forward to, you know, getting back and meeting them and everything, and, you know, just have some talks about, you know, what to expect. I know the game has changed a lot, and the dynamic of college basketball has changed a lot with, you know, everything that they have available for them to be more successful now. But, you know, it's really cool to, you know, have another McDonald All-American select, you know, Iowa State University, and to play for the Cyclones for sure.
Yeah.
Bro, you eating again? Is that your second plate? Marcus Jr. is home.
He's home.
So, you know, hey,
tell him if
make up for lost time.
Get a plate. I'll get a plate, man.
Man,
I mean,
that's your second one.
What do you eat?
Yeah. Well, my wife makes this rotel dish, which is, you know, what is that, like ground beef and Velveeta cheese and all that different stuff. So whenever he's home, you know, that's one of his favorite dishes. So she make it. So when he came back this time, I bought double the amount because I told her, you know, that'd be going in 2 hours if I don't get double the amount. So a couple, you know, about an hour ago, he gonna ask her, Mom, you didn't make my plate? She was like, boy, you don't get in there and make your own plate. So that's how I know that's his second plate, because he had one earlier. So, you know, he's still growing. So we got to feed him. Got to feed him.
Got to feed the machine, man.
How's he doing out here? You know, with everything. You know, how did it?
Well, they end up losing in the Final Four, close game. You know, should have won. It was up by nearly 20 points, and you know that whistle started doing what the whistle does.
Yeah.
But you know he he played extremely well that game. He actually made the winning play when he drove and dished it off to his teammate. Teammate had a nice shot layup over the top of a guy, and it just rolled off the rim, off the backboard. It should have gone in, but it's just a couple inches over to the right, and it just rolled off the rim. We had a foul and lost the game. But it was a real good game, close game. Definitely would have loved to win that one to play in the finals, and but it just didn't happen. So he learned a lot, being there. Now he's back now. We have the Allen Iverson Classic that's going on this weekend that he's going to be participating in. And then we're coming back. Actually, we're coming back down there, George, this weekend on Saturday and Sunday for some games. We got some games down there that's kicking off the AAU season. So looking forward to that. It's going to be a mess.
Yeah. You remember Jen Saban?
Vaguely.
Okay, so she in town right now. So
Okay.
she want to kick it on Saturday. So Brian Ali, we try to get Brian Ali and Tyson Smith. We're gonna probably go get a drink or something like that. But let us know where the stuff is, because I mean, I'll just get in the car and meet y'all wherever y'all at to come see them play and stuff. So
Okay. I'll see you the schedule. I know we got 2 on Sunday, and we got one on Saturday that's like at, I don't know, like 7 p.m. So I'm one of the days work out, we'll be out there.
Yeah, I got to coach Friday night. I got to coach 3rd to 5th graders in soccer. So we got a 7:45 game Friday nights. That's all I got going on this weekend. So yeah, let's
now, when did you play soccer?
Why? So look,
I'm just asking. I'm just
my new name. I can't with these dudes. It's my new name.
I'm just trying to figure out. When did you play soccer?
I never play. I play FIFA or Xbox.
Oh man,
gotcha. I know all the positions.
Gotcha.
I know all.
Gotcha.
I know how to play your role. Shit, get off the screen.
I just if you need some soccer advice, I played a lot in high school.
Did you?
Yeah, I played goalie. I was a fat kid. I played goalie. I was within the 18-yard box. That's all I had to run.
Hey, I got this one girl that always play goalie. But look, I never played soccer. Okay, but I know how to coach kids. Those who can't coach. That's why I'm out there. I'm motivating them. I'm teaching them the basics, and I'm helping them have fun. Fun is not what you think it is. Fun is an acronym. It's for friendship, for unity, and for never giving up. That's what I teach them. That's all you got.
My man go out of the country and come back inspirational. Just motivating all the youth now. All right, get to it.
You on the beach smoking cigars and and drinking tequila. Your life. You think about some things. You don't know if they're real or not. But you
come to you.
George Pele Trice. I talked to him about that.
Oh man.
I'm for it, man. I'm for it.
Oh, the five. Yeah.
You may have got some hidden talents in soccer. We never know.
It's just teaching the kids. I mean, if you've played sports, and soccer is just regular football. I mean, it's you got the same positions. It's 7 man. So I'm doing the 2-3. I'm gonna do the 2-3-1. And so that's kind of what I'm gonna do. Teach these kids that way because I've taught from 3-year-old up to 9 years. So I've been doing it for 7 years teaching soccer. And when you got the younger kids, all they want to do is run around. Everybody want the ball. Everybody go attack the ball and push their teammates out. And so at this age, 10-year-olds, 9, 11-year-olds, they kind of play. They know kind of this is the position I want. I'm good. I'm fast at this and whatnot. And so it's a little bit different. And I've been teaching, it really was the fundamentals what I've been teaching. It was the every kid gets a medal type of sports. And it was through I-9, which is a great program for kids starting things.
Yeah, we have that here, yeah.
Yeah, but, so I coached for I-9 for 7 years. So now I'm actually coaching for the city. So I'm going to get certified for coaching kids in general, but I'm doing it through the city because my son is 10, and I want him to understand that he's not always going to be a winner. I want him to understand that, you're going to lose sometime. And you got to accept that. You're not going to always get this medal every week because them young kids, like, I didn't get a trophy. I didn't get a sticker this week. Like, I want to get them out of that. Like, this is real world. You're not going to always get that.
Right.
Xbox Pele, shit, don't let them change their names no more.
I don't know how they get up there.
Man, you know what? Just because of that, I'm about to we're gonna take a quick commercial break. Shit, who we going? We gonna go with Brown Dogs Farm first?
Sure.
All right, let's do it. Let's get paid. Let's get paid right now.
Brown Dogs Farm are Norwalk, Iowa.
You see ship name on there?
Brown Dogs Farm are Norwalk, Iowa made hot sauces and dressings. Brown Dogs Farm was born out of the dream to emulate the simple life of Rob's grandparents, who inspired him with their hard work and abundant gardens. Rob and Amanda set out to create a unique blend of fruit and pepper that would satisfy the part of the brain that craves great flavor without sacrificing the spice of the peppers. Sweet, but still packing heat. With combinations like jalapeno green apple, habanero peach, cherry rhubarb reaper, and other great flavor combinations, there is a spice and flavor that is right for any party or get-together. BDF also has homemade versions of their classic and spicy ranch that are one of a kind. You can order all of those and more online at www.browndogsfarm.com and ask your local grocery to stock up.
That's what's up. Brown Dogs, appreciate it. I need some more hot sauce. When I come back in town, I'm gonna go buy some big bottles. I need some of that big bottle stuff so I can marinate my food. But Joel, you had a good question. I didn't know there were 5 transfers. I knew there were 3, or I knew there were 2 and potentially 1 more. And so I want to go back to that and what the speculation is from one of our players, Danae Fritz. What she said was is Iowa State's style of play is why people are transferring. She was saying she doesn't think it's nothing else. It doesn't do with the coaches, doesn't do with the people. But that's what led her to it, and she thinks that's a big reason why other starters are also going to the transfer portal. People are great here. We love the fans. Can't come up with that. I just don't think the style fits how I want to play my career out. So that's something for Coach Finley to think about. If 3 of his players are looking at the way Iowa State's playing, he's losing some starters for that because he's done a great job. But if this is what they're feeling now, I mean, he has to change his style. Not saying he needs to go anywhere, but he has to change his style to keep these players and find out what the pace of the game is and what the players he has, how they want to play and what they see in their career, because that's what the coach is doing, coaching to their strengths. And if they're leaving for this reason, they don't feel like they're getting coached to their strengths. Nothing against Coach Finley, but that's what I'm just reading into this. What do y'all think about the style of play and things like that, and we losing 3 to 5 starters?
I just think this whole portal thing is a wild, wild west, man. And I think a lot of these kids get a carrot dangling in front of their face, and they just want to see if the grass is green on the other side. But grass is always greener where you water it. So I don't know if I leave, especially given all the success he's had. I mean, this guy's been very successful in his tenure here. That's why he's still one of the more higher tenured coaches.
Oh, we lost Brent.
I just think that portal just allows these kids a quick cop out, an easy way to not fight or not try to even talk to the coach and see what we can do to change or whatever. But I just don't like the cop out piece of it all for me.
Yeah.
It's a little easier now than it was back, when we were in school and everything like that. But it is twofold. Like if there's, we understand how great Coach Finley is. I've said before that he's definitely the GOAT coach there to me in my presence and my opinion. But you have to coach according to the players that you have, your talent. I played center at Iowa State, but I wasn't the center in the NBA. But that's where I needed to play, and Coach Stacey wanted to utilize me and Coach Floyd as well, quote unquote being, the best talent to play that position. I would have much rather played the 4, but I played the 5 and Stevie played the 4, which Stevie was typically the 2-3 coming in. But I mean, you just have to play according to what you have, your talent and stuff that you have on the floor. Our sophomore year, Mike Nurse played the point guard. He's not a traditional point guard. Then when Jamal Tinsley came in, he was able to move over to his original position. And so we were able to put together something dynamic. So hopefully he takes this in and he understands. Again, there's no knock on him, but we have to, when we have that kind of talent that's in and loves the school, loves the city, loves the fans, love the atmosphere and everything that we can have there. That's something that you got to take heed to.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, so I mean, he needs to do some things. So Joel, appreciate you shout that out. We have to figure out how to keep these people. Again, when you talk about this NIL, I just had a conversation with my homeboy Brandon earlier today. We're just talking about the NIL and things like that, and it's like, one of the quarterbacks took his fifth year option and came back, and he got $1 million NIL deal. That's more than Brock Purdy making.
Right.
It's more than Brock Purdy's year contract for as a rookie. And so I did see that Brock's going to be QB1. They did announce that QB1. So they said they're going to ride with him, the locker room ride with him. So shouts out to Purdy. Doing this thing here. Get rehabbing that. I don't know if he's out here. I'm gonna have to find out, talk to his parents, and see if he's out here in Arizona rehabbing, or if he's where he's at rehabbing at right now. But because his parents is from Arizona too, so he might be out around here right now. But you just gotta look at this, because and that's one of the things. I'm not an Alabama fan, but Roll Tide. You just always got to Roll Tide with them. And Saban's mad because he's mad. He's pissed off.
Well, he's mad. I don't know how much they're doing it down there in Alabama. The consensus was normally, if you're going to be a pro or you're a top prospect coming into college, you wanted to be at Alabama. So they really didn't have to do that. Now that it's we have this collegiate free agency, because that's pretty much all it is. Other schools are able to compete. I don't know how much the FAU has gotten for in any NIL deals for their players, but they're in the Final Four because they're probably able to get some talent that necessarily wouldn't have looked at Florida Atlantic University before this year. So it evens the playing field a little bit. Saban was really mad at with Jimbo Fisher down in oh my God, he was really mad because now I can, we know ain't nobody competing with the money they got in Texas as a state.
Correct.
So, Texas, University of Texas is coming back around in football, Texas A&M, TCU, because it's that atmosphere now. So we get it, we understand. And in order to compete, you're going to have to look at that. And in today's game of collegiate sports, you're just going to have to. One of the players, one of the rookies, one of the freshmen, he's a good player. I remember his dad, Kenny Minifield, University of Washington. He had a solid, freshman season. He averaged 10, 3, and 3. And now he's leaving Washington. We don't know where he's going to go, but, you got to think that, somebody's going, hey, let's get you over here. And, we put this and that in your pocket. Right. Yeah. And so, hey, after consideration and talking to God, they're going to bring God into it. After 100%. Talking to God and talking to the family, to further my, academic career. Like, come on now, we get what's going on. You might as well just put the peace sign and just say deuces. I'm going to get this bag.
We might look at LeBron and say, I'm taking my talents to South Beach. Right. All your fans.
Get to it.
We know what it is. We know what it is.
Well, and that's the thing. And when you talk about that, Alabama, but still, Alabama's going to get 10 people in the league. Like I know they don't need to pay players. They're going to still get players because they're Alabama.
Yeah.
But they're going to lose a little bit of what they used to get because
tell Georgia that
ECU, they can go to FAU, they can go
tell
to
Georgia that
Colorado.
Tell Georgia that University of Georgia is not that far from Alabama.
Exactly.
Tell them that.
So the boosters got money, but now do we change this? Now look, we're Iowa State. We're not getting that. We don't have the same boosters that them places have.
Nope.
We get people that want to come for a good coach, a good program, XYZ. But how do we compete, or can we compete? Because now the Big 12 has gotten even more jacked with these new 4 teams. We got 2 of them coming in next year, and then the other 2 will be in the following year. how do we compete from all sports as Iowa State with our conference having Texas, having BYU, having Cincinnati, having this different, this difference right now? How do we do this?
I think you got to bring somebody in that's going to be able to. You have to manufacture some kind of relationships to get that rolling and in store. If it's not really rolling because of sponsors and boosters and stuff in that area, there's other places, other areas that you can possibly pull it from. And it may not be in the $1 million to $7 million a year that some of the players out in USC and stuff is making. But as a collegiate athlete, putting a couple $1,000s in their pocket where the family back home is probably a little bit more comfortable. They're comfortable, in college and things like that. You're able to afford a vehicle to go back and forth to practice and school and things like that. That's the difference. And the climate that we're in now, as long as this NIL is happening, you're going to have that to compete. You're going to have it to compete. You cannot compete with the New York Yankees and their checkbook that they have, and you're trying to be, a D2 type of school on that type of level of what you're doing. The heritage, like we don't have the Duke University, UNC. We're not those true blue bloods that everybody flocked to, or Alabama in the beginning. And so if the kids are, anywhere in the neighborhood of, well, I can go here and be a star, or I can go somewhere else and work, but get my, check put in my pocket too. It's about cutting the check, man. And it's just that simple. Don't mean to make it sound like that, but we all know money makes the world go round one way, one form or the other.
So
reality.
Brent, so stipend, $700, $650. What was the stipend when you was in school?
Man, $6.
What about you, Mark?
600,
What was your stipend when you was in school? Do you remember?
That's good. I think it maybe was $650.
$650.
Yeah, I think it was like $650.
Yeah. So you think about that. You think about, I'm a kid, I'm a college
Right.
student, and all I'm gonna wear all day is Iowa State sweats all day because I can't afford to go buy a pair of jeans. Like I can't go buy a pair of jeans. Somebody can't even give me a pair of jeans or I get in trouble.
Right.
And so you look at that $650. Now, I don't agree with this $1 million. They get this $1 million right away. I don't agree with that, but they need to be living. They need to be able to go and do stuff that a normal student would do. They need to be able to go and get these tattoos. Like, I don't understand how all these players afford all these tattoos. We don't want to ask.
Well, some of the places, if you're a star athlete and things like that, and it's a tattoo part of there, they'll look at it. I mean, there's advertisement and everything too, or whatever. But they're not supposed. But now is it not supposed to?
Now
because why not? Because you're able to get paid though. Right now they can.
Yes,
Now they can. Yeah. But
So,
like my oldest son, Monday, I got his name tattooed on me in 98 when he was born, and that was $45. Over there on campus now. You can get me to walk around nowhere without my shirt pulled up for them $45. Man, please. That was my last $45. Matter of fact, they wanted $60 for the joint. And I got 45 cash right here. Got my boy's name tattooed on.
Right on campus town, right?
Right on campus town.
Hey, when little George was born, I got this one tattooed on him. That was 99,
Right. But now, hey.
Yeah. Well, so I always laugh. I think that they should remake, like, if they remade like Blue Chips today. Think about Blue Chips. Like, what he was doing in Blue Chips, and like if that movie was made today, what would it look like? Or, I've been having this thing, like I want to do the after. That's kind of my new movie thing called the after, where it's like these movies end, but what happened after? And it's like, okay, now we're in this new world, like Moonlight, the movie Moonlight. They sit on the beach. Like, I never got the end of that movie, so I'm gonna make an ending to that movie. What they gonna do, but it's like that Blue Chip thing. Like, where is it at now? What happens now? So I mean, it's just, you think about some of these things about stuff that was that cliche, like Jameis Winston, crab legs. Man, it's crab legs. or selling his gold cleats because he wanted a tattoo. So I'm gonna trade these gold cleats for his tattoos. But
Right.
irregardless, let's go to the next one. Let's go to Revelton. Let's play that one. We've been here 40 minutes. Revelton, what you up?
At Revelton Distilling Company, everyone has become a part of the Revelton family. From the Taylors and their daughter who helped perfect their award-winning gins, to the team who installed Lucy, our 33-foot-tall custom-made still, right down to the local farms that provide our coveted corn, and even the cows on those farms who consume our mash byproduct. Want to see the farm to flask come to life? Now you can tour Lucy and find out where we take Iowa's harvest and transform it into our finest spirits. Choose between a 45-minute tour or find out even more by scheduling a VIP behind-the-scenes tour to get the taste of the full Revelton experience. You can visit them at 1400 West Clay Street in Osceola, Iowa, or find all of Revelton's award-winning spirits at any local grocery or spirits retailer.
What's up? When me and Brent was there, I think we talked about it on the last episode. I bought all 8 bottles of what they make. So,
Nice.
Rob, get at me because I need you for my my golf event. We got to do some things there, but that's what's up. So, Revelton, shout out to you. I don't have any home right now. I'm drinking Old Granddad right now. So, and I love my Old Granddad 114. That's what I'm drinking right now, man. For a cheap bottle, Old Granddad does the trick. Love it. Love it.
Shout out to the family back home. Little cousin Racing Bear on the line, watching with this.
I know I saw that she said cousin. So who is she? Let's talk about
that's him. That's one of my little cousins, first cousin. You know, one of the ballers in the family. He think he got game and can beat me. He ain't quite there yet. All the little cousins think that, you know.
Hey,
my sons and stuff.
Give us a story. Tell us what's up. Oh, there your aunt on there. Hey, nephew.
That's his mom. Yeah,
Mom.
that's his mom. She's on too. Yeah, this the family back home in Detroit definitely.
Hey,
got
Helen,
them
I need
athletes.
some stories on Marcus. I got stories from college. I need older stories.
Yeah.
I need older stories.
She's one
yearbook.
She's one of the ones. She's one of the biggest stories. She's one of the ones that still call me Buddy Red to this day. Her, my uncles, my
Buddy
aunts
Red.
and stuff like that. My old school people, like, you really know me from as a kid. If you call me Buddy Red, they don't call me nothing else but Buddy Red. And my uncle James Ray down in Atlanta, Georgia, same way. Like they don't call me Marcus. They don't call me nothing else. They just call me Buddy. Look, she gonna put it in the chat.
Yeah, but that's families because like
that's family for sure.
I don't I got family that will send me mail and my mail will say Boomer Trice. My nickname is Boomer since I was born. They don't even know my first name. I'm Boomer. like yours, but I still go by Boomer when I'm home. But like that's the thing. Like you always gonna be that to the family. You always gonna be their little cousin, their little baby. You always your mama's son. Like it's always gonna be that. So I'm always Boomer no matter what. Whenever I go back to the crib, I'm Boomer. So that's what's up. But I want to talk about, I want to put my plug in there. I got my hat on. It's over here. I got my hat on. So I do want to talk about the fact that we do have the 100th anniversary going on for Jack's anniversary of his death. It's a celebration. It's not a mourning. It's a celebration. And so we started some things. We're going to end them in October. October 7th is the Jack Trice 100 game. I work for Nationwide. Nationwide's going to do some big things that I'm going to be involved in. Iowa State's doing some big things that I'm involved in. But we want your support. We want to get the Jack Trice story outside of just Iowa and outside of Black History Month and make it just what it is, history. And so one of the things that I want you all to know, I don't know if you're gonna make it back, Marcus. I know Brent, you there, but I'm throwing on a tailgate the day that I'm probably gonna be all around doing things, but I'm doing a charity tailgate. Tickets are $10 to get in. We're gonna have a barbecue truck there. I'm trying to get some of the old school players back. Everybody that was back from the 90s, 97, 96, 97 to the early 2000s, 2005, 2006 to come back, show some love, show some support, come out for that game and get kind of like a reunion back together. Because for one, for the football players that's listening to this or people that that know football players that played under the lights at Jack Trice Stadium, if Jack Trice meant to you, or you understand the story of what he tried to do and what he wanted to do, you should come back for that Jack Trice 100 game to show your love for being able to play in that stadium. Not calling you out if you don't. You might not be able to do it right now, but you should come back for that game as we culminate the 100-year anniversary of his death. That's what I'll say about that. It's very important to the family. It's very important to the state of Iowa. It's very important to the country, especially with, I was watching the other day. I put on the Jungle Book for my kids. I just wanted something. I was doing some work, and I'm like, let me put on the Jungle Book. It was on Disney Plus. Disney Plus had a little blurb on the front of that movie. It said, "This movie depicts characteristics of people that is not right." And rather than us taking it off, we let it be on here so that you can learn about the history of what's wrong and why this was part of the culture at that time. And they let it be on there because it depicted natives in a different way, And so that's one of the things about, let's not erase history. Let's keep it going. Let's learn from it. Let's take these statues down that are offensive, but put them in the museum so people can still see them and learn the history. Let's not erase history. Right now in Arizona, we're dealing with some stuff where people are trying to take certain books out of the school system, because they're not part of the curriculum. Denny, appreciate you. Golf in my tournament too. June 16th, golf in the tournament, Coldwater in Ames, all go to charity. I got a LeBron jersey signed. Oh, speaking of signing things, I was on the phone with somebody earlier today, and that person won a basketball signed by a person on the screen right now.
Man, that basketball is sitting right here.
Marcus.
I got it.
Basketball with you right now?
Huh? Yeah, I got to sit there. I got to sit there.
Basketball. He won it for $300.
I got it this week for sure.
So let's see, where's that?
I got it.
2 years he had this basketball.
How long?
2 years.
It's been 2 years.
It has been 2 years. The first event was in 2020.
Oh yeah, I got to get that out.
Yeah,
I got to get that out. I get it out this week.
So hey, Nate Heberlin won that ball. So Nate, you know that I called you out on here.
Nate, my bad, Nate.
Last year, Marcus. Monique be always telling Marcus, "Go get that ball and put it in the mail." Marcus put it in the mail. That ball ain't left yet.
I'm gonna sit it up here on the desk so I don't put it back there and it gets hidden.
Denny, right? Going on 3 years. Found this 3 years almost. Hey man, Denny.
It's signed. It's signed. I just gotta get it there.
Oh damn!
But at least you know it's not. It hadn't been lost, or I don't have it, and my bad.
And so now we got authentication because it's on live, it's on video. We know it's his ball. He signed it.
Yeah, that's it.
Changing his name.
It's sitting right there. I've had it in the car a few times, and things go on or whatever, and just drive right past the FedEx, and then I forget and get in the house. Man, I'm old. Like these ankles and these knees ain't ain't moving like they normally will. They ain't finally dry.
Oh man, but no, that's what it is. I mean, this is Cyclone family. I got to give Brent to sign something too, but this is Cyclone family, man. We, the good and bad about it, it was Iowa State, gave us the great memories, and we had some good times there, and so no matter that we're not in the tournament right now, we can still laugh and joke about it, but it hurts, but we always gonna be Cyclones forever.
Sure.
I was in the airport in Puerto Vallarta. Somebody was actually walking towards me, getting off the plane, going into Puerto Vallarta wearing an Iowa State Cyclone shirt. And I'm like, "Hey, what's up? You live?" He's like, "I still live in Ames." I'm like, "Oh, that's what's up," because we wear this stuff all the time because it's who we is. So, but it's funny. I like giving Marcus crap about that because he had that ball for 3 years.
I was getting on the freeway yesterday and got over in front of Ford Explorer, and you can see the front license plate and had Iowa State. And then they, I was merging on, so they got over in the next lane and was like going faster than me. and I had my sweatshirt in the car, and I'm half driving and picking up my sweatshirt, showing he blew his horn, and we waited and kept going. I mean,
That's funny.
I'm
We do
literally
that stuff. You know, you want to follow.
That's
definitely do
crazy.
that. Right.
And if there's an Iowa truck in front of you, you want to do the
Right.
same thing. Hey,
Yeah. Oh, I definitely do it when I run up the hill. I definitely do it.
So,
you know.
yeah. So my license plate out here, I had it when I lived out here before, and nobody ever took it. But the Cardinals football team's out here, and so I got a Cardinals plate, but not because I'm a Cardinals fan. I'm a Browns fan. But my license plate letters say in gold. So on the license plate is a Cardinal for the football team.
Right.
So Cardinal in gold. So that's so Jeff Johnson, who runs the Alumni Association, was out here for an event. Took a picture of my license plate because you find a way to represent Iowa State in everything you do, in everything you do. So shouts out to them. But we need some content for the summer months. We're gonna bring on some guests. I got mad at our host, our parent company, Three Beers Media, because we're the sports show, but they got Brees Hall on before us. But now, because I know Alan Lazard and Ship gave me Brees's number, I'm getting both of them dudes on, and we gonna have it out there. So Ship, yep, thanks, Ship.
You're welcome. I'm glad to help you.
I didn't say jump on. Get off my podcast.
Fine.
Yeah.
No.
Did you see his title on his?
Wait, hold on. What's one of the geniuses of Three Beers?
There wasn't enough spaces to write the best looking bearded genius. So
all three of y'all got beards?
Yeah, well, Aaron's is pretty sad looking, but
he can't grow. He got the little rat mustache.
Yeah, he looks. Yeah, it's pretty scraggly. So
yeah.
Plus he's bald.
All good, but he's still got it. He's attempting a beard. So
yeah, he is. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that works.
Also, you guys can have those guys because I'll have Matt Campbell on here pretty soon. So.
Oh.
I'm about to get to a beard.
You know what? Take your sloppy seconds and go somewhere. He says. Take that.
We're the sports show. They're old men doing stuff. We're the sports old bearded men.
You slip me enough Benjamins and I'll see what I can do.
Don't slip us up. No, hold on. You know what? Hey.
I got a trick or two up my sleeve.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm working on something.
I've been hearing that for as long as you've had that ball, Marcus.
Hey, I'm speaking to one of their wives right now about getting them on. So we're close.
All right.
We're real close.
Get the wife on board. This gonna happen.
You gotta go.
You gotta talk to the wife.
Go to the wife.
Absolutely.
That's it.
But hey, we appreciate y'all jumping on with us today. We gonna get some content for the off season, more stories from Iowa State, more guests, and just keeping you entertained because we don't want to lose y'all. Better to be a has been than it never was. Denny's my guy.
Is he gonna come back?
Oh, Denny, man. That is comedy.
We're gonna keep y'all entertained through the summer. It's gonna be slow months, but we probably go every other week, but we still want to make sure y'all following us and listen to us. And please subscribe. Please follow Three Beards. Please follow Side of Storm. Subscribe and follow and like Rebelton, Brown Dogs, Hot Mess Happy Hour, who's another one of our sister corporations. Support all of this because this is an outlet. Right now, I always talk about this. We are in a world where there's some angry people, some angry things going on, but we want to make sure that we give you we want to lighten it up. I look at the news every morning now. COVID made me start looking at the news every morning. The news sucks every morning.
But I gotta watch.
You have to.
I gotta watch it. Right.
And it's sad, and it's sad, and especially excuse me, this new shooting in the school. This 28-year-old past student going in there and killing 6 people.
Right.
Automatic rifles. It's what is the answer? 4 of the guns were bought legally, I believe, of the 5 guns that she.
I think they said all 5 were bought legally.
All 5 were bought legally.
Yeah.
It's what are these things? My wife was saying, if somebody got bipolarness in their background or something like that, you got to do some deeper checks in some of these things. And some states have longer wait periods, so you can't like say I want to go get somebody, I'm gonna go get a gun today. There's like a 7-day. In California, like one of those states, is a 7-day waiting period. No matter what happens, you can go to the range every day and shoot that gun, but you can't take that gun home for 7 days. And that's one of the good things about it. And that, I think, even though it's CCW, I have a CCW, and I'm licensed in 47 of the 50 states. But I think even still with a license, you still should wait a period of time, because somebody might go buy a certain gun for a certain reason. Something happened to them, but give them a waiting period, that cool down period. But there needs to be some more regulations around this, because this is getting ridiculous. This is getting out of hand. And it's like, hey, kids are hoping they make it home from school. Our kids should never hope they make it home from school. Like, we send them there to be safe and to learn, and our kids aren't coming home. That's stupid. That is stupid. Like, that kids can't come home from a place that's supposed to be safe. And we got to really think about that. This isn't a political cast. This isn't a political statement. This is just real life as a human. We got to do something better, and we got to be better. And so as we sign off from this, I'm going to say that's my piece. Do better the next time. Brent Marcus, it's on you.
Well, that's tough to follow, man. That's tough to
I
follow,
wasn't
but
trying to be heavy.
I mean, that's a huge part of the reason I've been rocking this self-care shirt, just because, I always say this: you never know what people are going through, man, and you never know the battles they face and how they internalize that stuff and they hit their boiling points and do whatever. But I hate that. Like, as a parent, I had this conversation with one of my teammates this weekend. We talked about, it's like, I don't even want my kids to go to school anymore. And this is, before this had even happened. It was just like, I don't want it. I just don't want to be there. And I don't, just having a conversation about even sending your kids to school is crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? But it's a playground for these idle minds, man. And it's very unfortunate, but the fact that we got to think about it, man, it's a scary America to live in right now.
It is.
And there's not a lot you can do outside of be as prepared as you can yourself and stay prayed up. So, that's the encouragement for everybody, man. Be as prepared as you can and stay prayed up.
Yeah. And for me, I'm not going to sugarcoat it at all, because it is something that I think about every single day. When we take our kids to school, we have 2 grade school kids, well, 3. No, 2. We have a high schooler, and then we have my niece and our 7-year-old London. And each and every time they go to school, not to mention, Marcus Jr., but he goes to a prep school down in Arizona. Not to say that it can't happen there, but he's a little bit older, so don't worry too much more about him than the younger ones. But the thing that bothers me the most, we all got the Second Amendment that people harp on one way or the other, and I get it. Do we have weapons? In this household, yes, I do own a pistol, without a doubt. We don't shoot it, every month or so or nothing like that or whatever. Anytime we're back at home and I take it home with me, I may go out, to stay sharp on shooting. Somehow, some way, my wife has always been a better shooter than me with the pistol. But the thing of the fact of of the assault rifles, though, when people talk about, well, there's no technical term of assault rifle, what we're talking about. Those type weapons that are typically used in warfare or hunting big game and stuff like that. Because I'm gonna be honest, the biggest thing that gives me nightmares, and I just deep into my soul, is what occurred in Uvalde, Texas. And when they say, they had to go up in there and they found all these babies, like some of these babies were decapitated by this high power rifle. And, you're being the first responder that has to go up in there and witness that, and even these young babies that were just murdered the other day. Like, those rifles are so strong and made to destroy. And it doesn't just, kill someone, it destroys whatever it hits. And then if it gets hit more than once, they go in there and these little kids don't have arms or their whole chest is blown out. Like, how can you think that that's something that we should just continuously do each and every day? Now, protect your family, protect your home and all that different stuff, or even if you're going to have, a shotgun or something like that. But a high capacity magazine rifle is made for one thing. It's high capacity killing. And that's what it's made for. So that's the thing that I think about all the time. The shooting in Buffalo, I somehow, I don't know how the hell it happened, but I was online and clicked on something, and it was the actual raw like footage. And the kid, the dude got out the car, and soon I was watching, I was like, what is this? And then he just upped the rifle, and I seen him hit the first 2 or 3 people, and I was like, my goodness gracious. And even like there was a security guard that was in the store that's shot back at him, and he wearing protective gear and things like that didn't do anything to him. He ended up getting killed because he got this high power rifle and he's shooting back at him with a pistol. So it's like, if we make it accessible, more and more people, you're not hearing these crimes being committed by people with 9mm or 40 cals and stuff like that. It's always an AR style rifle or an AK type of rifle. And that's made to kill numerous numbers of people at the same time. And that's the thing, like I said, each and every time we send the kids out to school, that's what's my blood pressure is just so high, just worrying and hoping and praying that they're safe. And anytime it rolls up on CNN, that day for me is just, I tell my wife, there's been another shooting. And then everybody knows for me, it's just, it affects me being a father now, having to protect the family and stuff like that. So it definitely rings true to me. And it's something I think that we really need to have something done as a nation.
And I will say that most of our listeners and followers are Iowa. And there's a lot of hunting in Iowa. There's a lot of guns in Iowa. And to our fans, to our friends, we are not saying anything about you not having weapons, but talk to your kids about it. Put safety measures in your home for these guns.
Right.
If your kid is having to feel if your kid comes home and says, I'm mad at this guy that's been bullying me, or I'm mad at this, or I'm mad at that, have a conversation with them and talk to your kids. I think that's one of the things we're lacking is that conversation, because we let these digital devices sometimes raise the kids. And so we want to make sure that if you see something, say something. You see something, do something, because again, these kids don't have an outlet, and if you're not there to listen to them, they're going to go to online social media, and that's not the place you want them to go. You want them to come to you for this. So this is not a PSA. This is not a political thing. It's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now, and I want y'all to be safe and want y'all to think about this. I mean, that's just we all friends here. We all people here. Let's do this together. Like, let's just make it a better world. Let's do better. So, from Side of Storm, from Revelton, from Brown Dogs, from Three Beers Media, from Hunger Lows, from Trice Legacy Foundation, from Coaches Colossus, let's get it. Let's do this thing. Let's be better people. Let's keep that Cyclone family, Cyclone Nation together, and we'll holler at you in a couple weeks.
Be safe. God bless.
That's what's up.